Okay, so sagutan natin yung problem solving. So sa midterm examination. So one. So two decision generators are connected in parallel to supply a load of 1,500 amperes. One generator has an armature resistance of 0.5 ohms and an EMF of 400 volts, while the other has an armature resistance of 0.04 and an EMF of 440 volts. So the resistance of shunt fields are 180 ohms respectively. So calculate the bus bar voltage. Yung bus bar voltage natin, ito din yung magiging load o terminal voltage natin. So kung drawing natin, so dalawang shunt generator nakaparallel. Sa Then paparallel natin sa kabila. Ayan. Okay? So dito sa taas, yung papunta sa ating load. Okay, so magpaparallel. Ayan. Dito yung papunta sa load. Okay, so from this, yung isa is 0.5 terminal po, EMF is 400 o yung ating EG. Yung isa is 0.04, then 440 volts. So, then yung ating shunt field resistance, so 100 ohms saka 80. Okay? So, from this, ito yung ating terminal voltage o yung ating load voltage o yung ating bus bar voltage. Okay? So, from this, so may given tayo na total na load current na 1.5. Ibig sabihin, ito yung magiging load current natin. So, yung ating load current sa generator 1 plus yung load current natin sa generator 2 is equals to 1,500 amperes. Okay? So, ayan. So, dito magkakaroon tayo ng isang equation. So, another is kukuha tayo dito sa ating generated voltage. So, di ba ang formula natin is, so we have EG, di ba yung basic formula natin is EG is equals to, so terminal voltage plus IA RA. So, dito muna tayo sa generator 1. Pero dito kasi wala pa tayong IA. And alam naman natin, IA is IL plus IF. Okay? So, yung IL, ito yung magiging current natin sa load. Okay, so let's say sa generator 1, IL1. Okay? So, yung field, so given naman yung, itong hinahanap natin, terminal voltage. So, pwede natin sabihin, so yung IL natin plus terminal voltage o bus bar voltage over the field resistance. Okay, so yan ang gagawin natin na equation para sa armature current. So, dito tayo sa generator 1, so we have 400 volts. So, okay, so we have 400 volts is equals to so terminal voltage plus, so dito tayo sa armature current. So we have IL1 plus so terminal voltage all over the field resistance so 100. Ayan. So multiply by armature resistance which is 0.5. Ayan. Okay, so from this, dalawa yung ating unknown. Okay, so we have IL1 tsaka BT. So, arrange natin. So, we have 400 is equals to, so BT, so plus, so 0.5 IL1 plus, so 0.5 divided 100, so 1 over 200. Okay, BT. So, arrange na lang natin para in terms of IL1. So, isa-substitute na lang natin mamaya dito. So, we have IL1 is equals to, so 400 minus BT. minus 1 over 200 BT all over 0.5. Okay, so ito yung equation 1 natin. Magsasubstitute natin mamaya dito. Okay, so sa generator 2 naman, so same concept. So we have 440 volts equals to, so BT plus, so IL2 plus BT over 80. Okay, so multiply by 0.04. Okay, so simplify again. So 440 equals to BT plus 0.04 IL2 plus, so 0.04 divide 80. So 1 over 2,000. So we have 1 over 2,000 BT. Okay, so simplify para makompute si IL2. So 440. So minus BT. So minus 1 over 2,000 BT all over 0.04. Okay, para yung ating unknown na lang is iisa. Okay? So equation 1, equation 2. Okay, sasubstitute natin dito sa ating equation. Okay? So we have IL1. So dito na lang sa baba. So IL1 natin is 400 minus BT. So minus 1 over 200 BT over 0.5. Okay, so plus IL2. So yun. So 440 minus BT minus 1 over 2,000 BT all over 0.04. Okay, equals to 1,500. So from this terminal voltage na lang yung makukuha natin. Okay, o yung bus bar voltage natin. So shift sub lang gagamitin natin dyan. Okay, so we have 400 minus the VT minus 1 over 200 all over 0.5. So plus, so 440 minus VT minus 1 over 2,000 VT all over 0.04 equals to 1,500. Okay, so we have 381.1638. So ito yung magiging bus bar voltage natin o terminal voltage. Okay, so next. So a 4-pole lap wound long shunt DC generator has a useful flux per pole of 0.7, a 0.07 Weber. So the armature winding consists of 200 turns and the resistance per turn is 0.004 ohms. Okay, armature winding, so ibig sabihin, pwede din natin makuha doon yung armature resistance. So we have 0.004, so ohms per turn, multiply natin by the number of turn. Okay, so we have 220. 0.04 times 220. So 8.8 ohm. Okay, so the resistance of shunt field are 100.02 respectively. When the motor is running at 900 RPM, the armature current is 50 amperes. So calculate the output in kilowatt for the generator. Okay, so drawing natin long shunt. Okay, so yung armature resistance, so ito na-compute natin. So we have 8.8. So shunt is 100. Then 0.02 para sa series. 0.004 pala, sorry. So we have 0.88. Kasi malaki yung ano yan, RA. Kaya parang may mali. Okay, so armature current is 50 amperes. Okay. So, kailangan natin is output power. So, from this, kailangan natin yung voltage at saka yung kanyang current. Okay, yung IL. So, given naman yung ano, um, parameters sa construction ng generator, so pwede natin kunin yung EG. Okay, so by formula, Z1 over 60A. Okay, so substitute. So, EG is equals to Z. So, number of conductors. Ang given lang sa atin is the number of turns. So, 220 turns. So, we have one turn, two conductors. Okay, so cancel. The number of pole, so 4. Flux per pole, so 0.07. Then speed is 900. Okay, all over 60. So 60. So yung ating parallel path, so lap wound. So MP. So multiply natin is 1, the number of pole. Okay, cancel natin ito yung 4. So pwede natin makompute directly yung generated voltage. So we have, so 220, so times 2, times 0.07, so times 900. All over 60. Okay, 462 volts. Okay, so yun ang gagamitin natin. So from this, sa compound generator, ha, so EG is equals to BT plus IA multiplied by RA plus RSE. Ayan, so EG is 462. Terminal voltage, so wala pa tayo. So plus IA, so given naman, so 50 amperes. RA natin is 0.88 plus RSE is point, uh, point 08. Ay, 08, 0.02. 0.8 to. 0.02. Ayan. So dito, pwede natin makompute yung terminal voltage. We have 462. So lipat ko sa kabila. So we 50. To multiply 0.88 plus 0.02. So we have 417 volts. Okay? So may terminal voltage na tayo. So para makompute yung IL, kailangan ko muna makuha itong IF. So may terminal voltage, so IF is equals to, so terminal voltage of 417 volts, so divided by 100. Okay? Field current natin is 4.17 amperes. So from this, pwede natin makompute si IL. So IL natin, so kapag nag-KCL tayo, so we have IA minus IF. So IA natin is 50, IF natin is 4.17. So we have IL is equals to, so we have 45.83 amperes. Okay? Tama, 45, tama. So dito, pwede natin makompute yung output power. Okay, in kilowatts. So we have 45.83. So ito yung current square multiply by, voltage na nga pala yung multiply natin. So 45.83 ampere. So multiply natin sa voltage, so 417 volts. Okay, so para maging kilowatts, so divide na lang natin ng 1,000. So yung output power natin is equals to, so we have 45.83, so times 417 all over 1K. We have 19.111 kilowatts. So, yeah. So, next. So, a four-pole DC shunt generator with a shunt field resistance of 100 ohms and an armature resistance of 1 has a wave connected conductors in its armature. The flux per pole is 0.02 Weber. If a load resistance of 10 ohms is connected across the armature's terminals and the generator is driven at 1,000 RPM, calculate the power absorbed by the load. Okay, output power uli o yung sa load power natin. Okay, so given yung parameters sa construction ng generator, so pwede tayo makakuha ng EG, rated voltage. Okay, so may formula again, so Zipon over 60A. Okay, so shunt generator, so wala sinabi, wave connected. Okay, so Z, number of conductors, so 378. Number of poles, so 4. Flux per pole, 0.02. Speed, so 1,000. All over, so 60 multiplied by parallel path. So wave, so times 2M. Ayan. Yung ating generated voltage equals to you have 378. So times 4 times 0.02 times 1K over 60 times 2. Okay, so we have 252 volts. Okay, so next. So, shunt generator siya. So again, drawing natin para mas ma-visualize. So, yung ating load resistance, so lagay ko dito RL is 10. Okay? So, armature 1. So, field resistance is 100. Okay? So, EG given na 252. Yan. So, power absorber pinapako sa atin. So, by formula, ba? So, EG is equals to terminal voltage plus IA RA. So, wala tayong terminal voltage. Okay? So, armature current, wala pa din. Okay? So, paano tayo makakakuha dito ng equation? Okay, so, kung i-assume natin may terminal voltage tayo dito, so ibig sabihin pwede natin makompute dito yung IL. Okay? Assume muna natin na may terminal voltage. So, ibig sabihin, IA natin is the summation of the load current plus the field current. So, load current nga, kapag ito yung given sa atin, so we have terminal voltage, i-divide natin sa resistance niya, which is 10. Okay? Then plus, dito naman sa field current, so we have terminal voltage divided by 100. So ito yung magiging armature current natin. So first, ang kailangan muna natin makuha is yung the terminal voltage. So substitute the values. So we have 252 terminal voltage. So plus IA natin, ito ang isalagay natin. So we have BT over 10 plus BT over 100. Oh, but 1,000. Okay, so multiply by RA, so 1. So, isa na yung unknown, which is the terminal voltage. So, shift solve na lang. So, 252 is equals to 1 plus. So, 1 over 10. Wait, but 1. X plus alpha x over 10. Then plus alpha x over 100. So, 227.027. Okay, so may terminal voltage na. So, from this, pwede natin makompute si um, IL. Okay? So, IL natin, so we have BT over 10. So, BT over 10, so 227.027 over 10. So, yung ating load current is 22.7027 amperes. Yeah, so may IL na tayo. So, from this, pwede natin makuha yung uh, power absorbed by the load. Okay? So we have IL square RL. So substitute lang. So we have 22.7027 square. RL natin is 10. 22.7027 square. So times 10. So we have 5,154.1259 watts. Okay? So or 5.154 kilowatts. Okay? So ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? So next. Yan. So a separately excited generator develops no load EMF of 180 volts at an armature speed of 15 revolution per second. And the flux per pole of 0.20 Weber. Calculate the generated EMF when the speed increases to 25 revolution per second and the flux per pole decrease by 0.1 Weber. Okay? So, yung una, so EG1 is 180 volts. So, speed 1, so 15 revolution per second. So, times natin na 60 seconds para RPM. Okay? So, 900. So, then yung flux natin is, so flux 1.2 Weber. So, calculate the generated voltage o EG2 when the speed increases to 25 revolution per second. So, times ulit natin ng 60. So, 60, 300, so 1.5. And the flux decreased by 0.1. So, 0.2 minus 0.1, so 0.1 pa din. Okay, Weber. So, by formula, di ba? Kapag isang generator, so ibig sabihin yung mga construction like yung number of conductors, number of parallel path, number of pole is isa. So, constant lang siya. So, ginagamit natin is yung econ. Okay? So, EG1, so 180. Compare natin sa kabila. So, EG2 equals to, so flux 1, so 0.2 times the speed. All over flux 2, so we have 0.1 times the speed, 1.5. So, kailangan na natin dito makuha is yung EG2. Okay? So, we have 180 times 0.1 times 1.5 all over 0.2 times 900. Okay? So, we have 150 volts. Okay? Next. So at a certain speed and flux, the voltage generated by a DC generator is 230 volts. If the speed is increased by 30% and the flux is simultaneously reduced to 40%, so the voltage will be increased, decreased by what percent? Okay? So, given tayo ng EG, okay, so which is 230 volts. So, assume natin na mayroon siyang speed, let's say N1, then yung flux niya. So sinabi dito, if the speed is increased by, okay, so increased by, okay, so we have 1.3%. Oh, 30%. So maging 1.3 siya nung speed number 1. Okay, and the flux is reduced to, okay, so yung flux daw natin is reduced to 40%. So magiging 0.4 na lang siya nung flux 1. Okay? So ito yung ating consideration. Ang question is, ano daw yung voltage ano yung percent increase o decrease ng ating voltage. So, kailangan natin makompute si EG2. So, we have EG1. So, by formula again, econ, step 230 over EG2 is equals to, so, flux 1 and 1 over flux 2. So, we have 0.4 flux 1, then 1.3 ng speed 1. Ayan. So, cancel yung N1 flux 1. So, from this, we can calculate for EG2. So 230 times 0.4 times 1.3. Okay? So 119.6. Okay? Okay, ito na yung naging voltage natin. Noong ng nabawasan into 40% yung flux, then nadagdagan yung ating speed by 30%. So kapag kukunin natin yung magiging percent voltage, kung compare natin, so we have, so yung voltage new minus yung voltage old over voltage old. Okay, so times 100%. Kasi kung compare natin, ito yung change. Ito yung change of voltage, di ba? So from this, we have 119.6 minus 230 all over 230. So times 100%. Okay, so negative 48%. Okay, so wala naman tayong negative na percent, di ba? So yung negative, so nag-indicate lang siya na nag-decrease yung ating voltage. So we have 48% decrease sa ating voltage. Okay? So yun yung magiging percent voltage change. Okay? So next. So a shunt generator has a full load current of 196 amperes up to 20 volts. Okay, so the stray losses are 720 watts and the shunt field resistance of 55 ohms. It has a full load efficiency of 88%. So find the armature resistance. Also find the load current corresponding to the maximum efficiency. So shunt field o shunt generator. So given yung load current, so 196 amperes, 220 in terminal voltage. So stray loss, 720 watts. Okay, so shunt field, 55. Okay, so my efficiency, 88%. So find the armature resistance. Okay, so from this, pwede natin directly makuha yung field current. Okay, IF. So IF is equals to 220 volts divided by 55 ohms. So 4 amperes. So ibig sabihin, yung armature current natin is 196 amperes plus 4. Okay, so 200 amperes. Okay? So kailanganin kasi natin yan sa pag-compute ng armature resistance. So given yung efficiency, tapos ito yung magiging output natin. So pwede natin makompute yung total losses. Okay, power loss natin is power input, so minus power output. So again, power output natin is, so yan, so 196 amperes multiplied by 220 volts. Okay, so para maging input siya, divide natin by efficiency. So 0.88. So minus by the output. So 196, so times 220. So maging power loss natin is equals to, so 196 times 220. Okay, so answer, divide natin ng 0.88. So minus answer. Ayan. So you have 5,880 watts. So given yung piece tray natin, so pwede natin makompute yung copper loss. So in total losses natin, so minus do sa piece tray. Okay? So we have 5,880, so minus, so 720. So minus 720. So 5,160. Okay, ito yung copper loss. So ano ba yung meron sa copper loss? So di ba copper loss natin is simply the loss sa ating armature resistance tsaka sa field. Okay, so IF square RF. Okay? So given na yung ating copper loss, so 5,160. Armature current, so 200. square times RA plus IF 4 square. RF natin is 50, sorry, 55 nga. So dito matitira RA. So we have 5160. So minus 4 square times 55. So divide natin ng 200 square. Okay, so we have 0.107 ohm. Okay, ito yung magiging armature resistance natin. So to calculate for the load current at maximum efficiency, so di ba by formula, so I square RA, ito yung ating P variable. Okay, so like ulit para mas detailed. So at max efficiency, so yung ating variable loss equals to constant loss. Okay, variable is sa armature. So I square RA sa constant loss. So P stray plus power loss sa field resistance. Okay, so yung IA natin dito maximum na. So you have IA max equals to square root of, so PST, so 720. So plus power loss sa field. So IF square RF. Ayan. So multiply by armature resistance of 0.107. So I max natin, so square root of, so 720 plus 4 square times 55 all over 0.107. Okay, 122.2836 ampere. 2836. Okay, so I max pa lang yan. So pinapokas natin is the load current. So yung ating load current at maximum efficiency. So we have I max, so 122.2836. So minus field current of 4. Kaya sagot natin dito is 118.2836 amperes. Okay, so ito yung magiging final answer natin. Okay?